Climate change is ranking very high in the political agenda. At FSR Climate, we're very glad to host the third annual climate conference. This year, it will revolve around 4 topics that are also the main research areas of our group. Environmental taxation, energy efficiency, renewables, and European emission trading system. We will have 4 plenary speakers, 1 for each topic, plus a keynote speech on the basic climate theory and policy that provides an umbrella under which all the 4 topics are covered. We managed to gather some of the best scholars in the field, plus some very interesting papers that are at the frontier of the research on climate.
The conference is on climate and energy economics. It's an urgent issue. We have to understand climate economics very well. We have to give good advice to policymakers. But unfortunately, the state of the affairs is that there are many critiques. Several colleagues have raised concerns about the quality of the research. And this is why I made a contribution about the basic climate modeling, about the basic elements we have to include in order to improve on our framework, in order to have better and more reliable conclusions for the public and for also our profession.
The study I presented this morning at the FSR Climate Annual Conference is an evaluation of the impact of the European Union emissions trading system, which is Europe's main climate change policy to reduce carbon emissions and the largest carbon market in the world. So with so many carbon markets either in place or being put in place in the world, this is the best experiment we can learn from at the moment. And what our study shows is that the European carbon market managed to reduce carbon emissions by participating firms by about 8% over the last 10 years, while not having any negative impact on the economic activity of these firms and incentivizing investment in energy efficient technologies.
So carbon pricing is one of the most important tools we have to battle climate change because it forces polluters to pay for the damage they're causing, and it's spreading around the world from one country to another. My talk today in Florence looks at the behavioral economics and the political science of carbon pricing more so than the economics. So how is it that we can make this policy intervention popular so that people like it and that they understand the good that it can do, so that we can accelerate the spread of pricing carbon around the world and tackle climate change faster?
Okay, so I'm going to talk about energy efficiency and demand flexibility. We know that with increasing shares of renewables in the energy supply, we are going to face problems in having our energy system stable in the future. So the supply side is going to play a bigger role. So we have to be more efficient in our energy use, and we have to flexibilize this. And there are different options to do this. I will report on the scientific research on price flexibility and how that can affect energy demand. And I will as well show how other interventions can actually help shifting and reducing energy use, like for example information provision to households. And I will as well look at what are the welfare effects of these type of interventions.
We had really a great conference. The videos of the plenary sessions and of the keynote speech are available online.